2 years ago, we said, those horses weren't Grand Prix, but we knew they could be Grand Prix. And 2 years ago, we said, right, this is our chance. Yeah. And I wanted it because I've done it so long. She wants it because she's so determined. And for her, there's no point doing it unless you're going to win. I mean, she thinks about winning. I think about retiring. And but I can't retire until I win because obviously then it makes my life feel complete. But it's not a coincidence, definitely. It's about the fact that we wanted to do it. And 2 years ago, we knew we had two fantastic young horses, and we've had those horses since Vallegro was 2.5 and Utopia was 4 years old. So we've seen them every year and knew that they were starting to come good. And so we committed ourselves.
How much of a watershed was Rotterdam?
I couldn't believe it. It's so easy in hindsight to say, we were due it, everyone was saying we were going to get it, but actually the fact of getting it is just still another jump forward. I am so used to packing up and going home. I'm not depressed anymore if I wasn't in a prize giving because that's what I was used to. And to see that board, that was in the Rabobank tent, which was all for the riders, it was just a list of champions. But I mean, there were just two names on that list, and that was the Netherlands and Germany. Yeah. And, to know now that Great Britain slotted in there, it was an incredible moment.
All these years that we've been covering this sport, and we've never, ever had an Olympic medal.
No.
It was brilliant. I mean, we had a great team, we had great support, we had obviously all the world-class people behind us. To have all of that, it's great. And obviously to have Carl as well. And people were always like, were you really nervous? And to me, I kind of don't look at any show any differently. I kind of think I've got to do the same thing as I do at home, and that's what I try and focus on. But last year was a very surreal year. I mean, to kind of think what I did my first Grand Prix in January. By the end of it, I'd won a gold medal. I'd done the one Olympia, so I'd done loads of amazing things.
Home Olympics, serious medal chances. How are you both looking forward to it?
Very excited about our team prospects, and obviously because of last year's European Championships we know that we can do it, so we're just very excited about being able to do that in London. Obviously it's the best place in the world. It couldn't have happened at a better time for us, and we want the success to continue. So obviously the most important thing between now and London is obviously our horses' fitness, just to do the right shows. We want to do 3 shows each before London. So we will do Hagen and Munich and Lingen and Rotterdam and Aachen, and we will just divide them between us. We have 3 of the best horses in the world now. And, we've always, I think England has always been known to be a country of good riders and people that look after their horses well. But without 3 superstar horses, it's not enough. So the last few years we have had 1 superstar, which was Laura Bechtel-Simon and Mr. Horace. And with the riding of the other riders, we got the best out of the horses, but they weren't good enough to be those top ones. But then obviously with Horace and Vallegro and Utopia, you have 3 of, must be the top horses in the world, in the top 5 in the world. So when you put them together, then suddenly you have the gold medal. We did feel last year that Fernandez obviously was going to be, we would keep him. We both qualified him for the European Championships last year. And I said to Charlotte, well, let's get ourselves covered. We'll do, we've got Vallegro and Utopia, but we'll have Fernandez as a backup. But really, he was too good to just keep as a backup horse. Yeah. And, this is Charlotte's first dressage horse. She needed someone to say, you're going to have to sell your first one, you always do.
It was quite sad. Very sad.
Yeah, but I mean,
Who's he gone to? I want to know.
Catherine
Rasmussen from Norway. So she has actually qualified him for the Olympics. I mean, it's fantastic to see your horse, I think. Although it's obviously very sad, but when you sell it to a rider like this, she's a great rider.
Yeah.
She's going to the Olympics on him, and it's something you can be very proud of. It's not sad now, is it?
No. I mean, he's
gone to the right place.
He's gone to he went to the best time I could have found for him.
Yeah.
So, and that was the most important part.
Home Olympics,
real.
serious medal chances,
Right.
but there will be that pressure expectation that has not been there before.
They will, and I mean, but we want it.
Absolutely.
I mean, we're not afraid of that. I mean, I think that Laura's done it long enough. Charlotte's enough of a madam personality that'll deal with the pressure, and Laura's been there, done it, and I've been doing it long enough as well that you're actually like, come on, this is an opportunity too good to be missed.
Yeah.
And it's good pressure. Winning medals, for instance, like last year, you don't think about that until after, to be honest. You are so bit. Of course, you are thinking of your performance being a medal, but winning performance, but you don't actually think about winning it until after you've won it. And then I think you actually get the moment to sit down, and I think that we'll have. We have got so many things to do before then.
You're both very competitive, and yet one of you is going to do the other out for a medal, an individual medal. I mean, even if you both get medals, one's got to be higher than the other, hasn't it? It's an odd feeling, isn't it, to think that...
It's an odd feeling from the point of view that I feel I deserve it because I'm the oldest, and I feel like I might not get another go. But that's the only reason I feel. But to be honest, I mean, if I own that horse, and obviously I've seen Charlotte and that horse grow together. If it was her, of course I would. It honestly really wouldn't matter. I'd be just as happy. When you win, the whole world, your whole country goes enthusiastic. You get more riders. More people buying horses, breeders breeding better horses. So there is a huge reason for this happening, and I think it's going to make a big difference to British dressage in the next 10 years, really, here. It's been something that we've planned for a long time, and as I said, this is the biggest show in the world for us, obviously, and Olympics are on your home ground. It'll never happen again. So it was too good an opportunity to miss. Let's just hope that we get there, because the horses are good enough, so we just don't need any injuries or accidents.